right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday Flow with Ellen. We're going to focus a lot on a little more stretching today, and we're going to start in a child's pose position. So if you have yoga blocks or a pillow or towel, go ahead and grab those. Let's find a nice, comfortable child's pose position. So knees wide, feet together. You can either sit on top of a block or on a pillow. That gives you a little more support for your body, or if that feels better on your hips or your knees, go ahead and place that there. And then when you are ready, just relax your head all the way down to the floor. Try to bring your forehead to meet the floor. And we're going to take a couple of nice deep breaths in this child's pose as we begin our morning. And without any judgment, I just want you to check in and notice how your body is feeling. Maybe it's been a long week of workouts and you're feeling a little sore. Maybe you're feeling a little tired. Maybe you are just ready to take on the day. So whatever you are feeling, just sort of start to bring awareness to your body. Even in this child's pose position, notice how your muscles are feeling. Your back, your shoulders, your hips. And we're going to take a few more breaths here. Try to just let go of any tension that might be lingering or anything that you might be holding on to from the week. Just let it go right here. Begin to shift your weight from side to side while you're in your child's pose. Almost like you're rocking side to side, from right to left. On your next inhale, walk those hands all the way over to the right diagonal as far as you can, bringing maybe your nose to your knee. You're going to feel a big stretch along the left side body. Inhale, walk those hands back to the center. Exhale, let's take it over to the other diagonal, going as far as you can until you feel that stretch. Try to bring your nose to your knee. And then inhale, come back up to the center. And then exhale, let's walk those hands back up. And we're going to actually come up to a tabletop position. So make sure you have support underneath your knees. Place your hands under your shoulders here, knees under your hips. And I want you to relax your feet and your toes. So on your next inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. And then exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. Cat-cow. So let's do a couple of these. Feel free to go at your own pace. Inhale and exhale. Stretching out the back here. On that inhale, sinking into the mat. And on that exhale, lifting away from the mat. And we're going to do two more here. Try to flatten those hands. Stretching out the wrists here. One more. Inhale and exhale. We're going to go into our first twist. It's going to be thread the needle, so for our upper body. So on your next inhale, let's take that left arm up. Reach it up. Be gentle. Don't have to go all the way up. As you exhale, you're going to lower down just halfway. And then we're going to do it two more times. So inhale, lift. And maybe it's just that elbow that reaches up to the ceiling. And then exhale, reach underneath. One last time. Inhale, either your elbow or your arm extends. This time you're going to lower all the way down onto your shoulder. Onto your head. You keep those hips lifted. Your opposite hand is just relaxing on the floor. So thread the needle. If you want a little more of a stretch, you can extend the opposite arm up to the ceiling. Maybe even wrap it around and reach for the opposite hip. That's just optional. You can keep that arm on the floor. Take 2 more breaths. Keep those hips up. And then very slowly to come out of it, shift your weight back into your hips and then slowly bring yourself back up nice and slow to your tabletop. Maybe take a breath here, maybe a little side bend, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So right arm, reach up, inhale, maybe just leading with that elbow until you can fully extend it. Exhale, lower down just about halfway. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. So it's a gentle spinal rotation. 1 more time. Inhale, reach, and exhale. All the way down to that opposite shoulder. Head is down, hips stay up. Again, that opposite arm is just resting on the floor. If you want a little more, you can extend it up. Maybe you reach around for the opposite hip, up to you. Take 2 more breaths. Very slowly press your hips back, push the weight back there, and then inhale, slowly unravel, exhale, come back to tabletop, and then go ahead and sit back in the child's pose. Relax the head. All right, let's come back up to tabletop. So we did that twist because we're gonna practice sort of a new stretch today. So let's start in tabletop. We're gonna start with that right arm. You're gonna extend that right arm up. I want your thumbs up, and you're gonna just make a circle with that arm. So as you exhale, you're gonna reach it back towards your hip. Inhale back down, lift up, thumbs up, and then exhale back down towards your hip. So just making a circle with that arm. Inhale and exhale. Your back stays flat. We're gonna do it 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Now let's do the same thing on the other arm. Reach that left arm up, thumbs up, inhale, and then exhale. So opening up through the shoulder, arm comes down by your hip, and then bring it back across, making just a big circle with your arm. Inhale and exhale. Try to keep that arm straight, although you could bend slightly at the elbow. Let's do it 1 more time. Should also feel your core fire up just a little bit since you're just on that one hand. All right, so we're gonna add on, I'm gonna have you just watch my screen first. So we're gonna do it again, but this time we're going to sit back into our hips and extend our opposite arm up and then come back. So I'll show you 1 more time. This is a new movement. You do your circle, you're going to sit up and then back onto your hips and reach up and over. So you can sit back onto your heels or you can use that pillow or that block. So let's practice a couple of those. And again, make sure your knees are supported. You've got a mat or a towel. So right arm, thumbs up, inhale, right arm. Exhale, you're gonna push yourself up and then sit back onto your heels as your left arm reaches up and you take your gaze up. So let's do it 3 more times. Come back, inhale and exhale. Let's do it again. Inhale. You keep looking at my screen until you're ready to do it. Exhale, reach that left arm, look up. We're just starting with the hips on the floor. Coming back, take the arm back around. Let's try 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Now if tucking your toes feels better and then sitting back onto your heels, you can certainly do that. That's a little, slightly less intensity there. 1 more time, inhale. I'm showing that option if you want to do that. And exhale. Perfect. All right. Everyone good with that? Thumbs up. We're going to do the other side, okay? So I'll face this way. You can watch me again. We're going to do 4 on the other side. Same thing. So thumbs up, this is your left arm now. Inhale, big circle. Exhale, sit back onto your heels. And then reach that right arm up this time. Almost like peaceful warrior. And let's do it again. Come back to tabletop. Reach that arm around. Ooh, good stretch for the shoulders. Inhale and exhale, sit back. And extend that arm up. So we're gonna do 4 total, but maybe you just do 2 at a much slower pace. 2 more. Again, you can tuck your toes. You can sit back onto a pillow or a block, right? It does not have to be all the way down on those heels. Beautiful. Let's do 1 more. And then we're gonna add on just 1 more layer. Big circle, inhale. And exhale, reach. Come back to tabletop. Perfect. All right, so you can sit back into a child's pose. We're gonna do another round. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna make this a little more challenging. This will be the last thing on our knees, okay? So watch my screen first. Here's how we're gonna change it. I'm gonna take that arm up again, inhale. This time I come all the way up, right? And then I reach over, okay? So if you have a block, you can place it right by that leg and just reach for it. So it's almost like camel pose. We're not gonna do a whole back bend, just a little reach. So 1 more time, it looks like this. Inhale, you push and lift off the mat, and then exhale, okay? So let's try it. And you can even reach for your heel if you have the flexibility. So we're just gonna try 2 of these on each side. They're a little bit harder. So reach that right arm, inhale. Exhale, push, lift up to a kneeling position. Inhale, and then exhale, that right arm reaches up. Your left hand is reaching for the block. Or maybe your heel if you can reach all the way back. Hold for 1 more breath, look up at that hand. Push your hips forward, and then inhale, come back down. And then exhale, release. Nice and slow. So let's try it 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift up. Again, you could tuck your toes. That's gonna make it a little bit easier. And then exhale. So this one I can reach for my heels. Bring that arm up. We're gonna hold here, push your hips forward. Hold it for 1 more breath. Look up at that hand. Inhale, come back. And then exhale, release. Perfect. You can do a little cat-cow here or a child's pose. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right? I'll just show you from this way. So plant that block by that opposite leg if you have it. All right, here we go, left arm. Find your tabletop first. Left arm reaches up, inhale. Push off the floor. Come to that kneeling position. Right arm reaches up as you exhale. We hold for 2 breaths. You're pushing your hips forward. Mini back bend. Nothing too crazy. Core is nice and strong. Tuck those hips under. Inhale to come back to your tabletop. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's do it 1 more time. Inhale. Left arm, reach up. Exhale. Core nice and strong. Maybe this time you reach for those heels. Extend that right arm up. Take your gaze up there. 2 breaths. And then inhale, come back to the center. Keep that core nice and strong. Exhale, take it down. Woo, good job. Sit back, put child's pose. So good stretch for the hips and the back, little mobility. All right, we're gonna slide down into our chest and belly. And come all the way down. We're gonna find Locust Pose. So your arms are down by your side. Your legs are about hip distance. Your chin is down. I'm only looking at the screen to look at you all and so you can hear me. I want you to look straight down at your mat. Chin down. On your inhale, lift everything off the mat. Squeeze and lift arms and legs as high as you can. And then exhale, you're gonna release. Nose to mat. Inhale, lift back up. Keep your legs straight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, lower. Let's try it 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the legs. Shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. Now we're gonna hold this for 8 counts. I don't want you to hold your breath, just your position. If you can, interlace those fingers. Continue to squeeze and lift. Hold it for 4. 3, as high as you can. Chin down. 2. And relax. Turn your head to the right. Allow the shoulders to roll down. Relax here. Good job. Go ahead and bend your knees, kick those heels up. You can just windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Get a little release in the lower back here. They don't have to hit the floor. Just side to side. All right, and lower those legs back down. And now we're gonna lift up into our Sphinx. So you have two options here. I think we did this last week. You can lift up onto your forearms for a big stretch. And remember, if that's just too much for you this morning, you can do a baby Cobra. Have those elbows a little wider out. And that's gonna feel better on your back. You're okay with Sphinx? Maybe Regina saw this with the Sphinx in Egypt, just like the Sphinx. Hold it right there. So your elbows are right under your shoulders and your arms are sort of parallel to one another. Your chest is up. Keep your legs about hip distance. We're just holding this position. So deep breaths here. You want to keep your shoulders down. If it becomes too much, you just slide your elbows out, and that's going to feel a little bit better. So let's hold it for 2 more breaths. One more breath. And then slowly lower down, very, very slow. Arms by your side again. This time turn your head to the opposite side. Shoulders relax. You can bring those legs up. Windshield wiper one more time. Drop side to side. Release that tension in the low back. All right, release. Let's tuck our toes, take our hands under our shoulders. This time for real, we're gonna push ourselves all the way up and back. Let's find downward facing dog. Down dog, pedal out those heels. You wanna really press those heels all the way down. Think of pressing your chest towards your thighs. I want you to nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Let the head feel heavy here. Lift those hips a little bit higher. And then inhale, let's come into our plank position, stacking our shoulders right on top of our wrists. Your gaze is in front of your mat. Tuck your hips under, tuck your tailbone under a little bit. On your next exhale, lower your knees, keeping your back nice and flat, everything connected. Lower your chest as well. Your elbows shoot straight back. Flatten your toes. Keep your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. So your hands are close to your chest. And then exhale, lower. Retuck the toes. Let's come up and back. We're gonna practice that a couple times. Build heat in the body. Inhale forward to your plank. Exhale, lower knees and chest. I know I'm moving a little faster, but you all know this sequence here. Inhale, lift, and exhale, down dog. So you can always move a little slower if you'd like. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Get nice and warm. Inhale forward, exhale, lower knees and chest, chaturanga. Or maybe you're ready for that full version. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, down and back. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale, chaturanga, knees and chest, elbows back. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. And exhale, down dog or child's pose. And let's hang out. Your choice, down dog or child's pose. Hold that for 4 deep breaths. 4 deep breaths. Try to breathe in and out through the nose. One more. All right, inhale, let's lower our knees to the floor. We're gonna come to a seated position. I'm switching things up a little bit. So we're gonna get into those hips before we do some standing postures and sequences. So just like the windshield wiper we did on our back, similar thing here. Seated position, your feet are in front of you, knees are bent. Hands are just by your side. You're gonna drop the legs over to the right, back to center, and over to the left. So just side to side. If your hips are really tight, your knees might not touch the floor, that's okay. Just going from side to side. It's a good little exercise to do in the morning to wake up the hips. Okay, so now let's go all the way to the right. Right side, so we're sort of making this S-sit position. I'll show you this way. So we have that right leg in front, left leg behind. You can use your block or pillow, and you're gonna lean forward while you're in this position. So you might find that you're leaning to the right a little bit. Once you try to square off and reach, fold forward, straight ahead. Hold this for 2 more breaths. Finding a little more space in those hips. And then inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, bring those knees back up. Take an inhale and then exhale. Now we're gonna go that left side. Same thing, so set up. You have your left leg in front, your right leg behind you. You're gonna take an inhale, reach those arms up. And then exhale, fold forward or walk forward. And find a forward fold over your left leg. Hold here for a couple of breaths. You should be feeling this in your hips and in your glutes of the leg that's in front. And then you might feel like you're going off to the side a little bit, so try to keep your forward fold straight ahead. One more breath here. And then inhale, slowly come back up. And we'll take it back to the center, and we'll just go side to side one more time. So drop to the right, center, and drop to the left. So now, hopefully you feel like you have a little more movement in those hips just by doing that stretch. So let's come back to our down dog. Go ahead and lift on up, down dog. On your next inhale, you're gonna bend your knees. And as you exhale, you're gonna walk those feet up to the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Bend your knees here as much as you need to. On your next inhale, reach your arms up nice and slow. You're gonna come up to standing. Palms are gonna come together, and we're gonna lower them down. So we're gonna continue to work into those hips. Let's inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, float it on down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Hands come to your knees or your shins. You're tucking those hips under, pulling your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, we're gonna go ahead and lower. Let's take our right leg back. Lower your right knee to the floor. Keep that toe tucked. Lift the arms, inhale. And exhale, hold, low lunge. So we're actually gonna keep that toe tucked just for now. Hold this here. So we're gonna do a similar stretch that we did in the very beginning. I want you now to untuck that toe, flatten that leg. Inhale, we're gonna take those hands down. As you exhale, that right arm is gonna rainbow around. And you're gonna reach for your heel. Let's bring it back on your inhale. Doing that same circle with the arm. Exhale over that right shoulder. Let's do it one more time. Inhale and exhale. So reaching for the heel or reaching for a block. And then we're gonna extend that left arm. Inhale and exhale. Just like Peaceful Warrior. Hold this here, core nice and strong. One more breath. Inhale, come back up. Place the hands on the floor. As you exhale, you're gonna reach and twist with that left arm. So whatever foot is in front, reaching over. Reach and twist. Extend that arm up, one more breath. Inhale, take that hand down. As you exhale, you're gonna tuck that knee, lift the knee off the floor, and you're gonna step back to your down dog. Inhale, we're gonna come forward to our plank. Exhale, lower knees and chest. Or you can find a child's pose. Inhale, lift for baby cobra. And then exhale, tuck the toes, down dog or child's pose. Hold that there. So we're gonna do that same hip opening sequence on the other side. So one more breath in your down dog or child's pose. On your next inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump, forward fold. So we're sort of doing a combination of a yoga flow, but also hip opener and stretch. Inhale, take those arms up. Big deep breath, maybe a mini back bend here. Exhale, palms come together, lower down. So that same hip opener sequence with our left leg. Inhale up, exhale, take it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Push your heels into the floor. Feel that stretch behind the legs. And then exhale, that left leg steps back. Big step, lower the knee to the floor. You could also fold your mat, maybe give your knee a little extra support there. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, hold. Hip, knee, and ankle, nice straight line. Shoulders down, chest up. Now go ahead and flatten your back foot. Flatten it down. Inhale, those arms come down. Exhale, we rainbow that left arm. And we reach over that shoulder, reaching for that heel. Inhale, come back to the front. And exhale. You're making a big rainbow shape. Yes, with your arm. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. And exhale, reach it. On your next inhale, you're going to lean back a little bit more and then extend your right arm up. Inhale, take your gaze at your hand, challenge your balance, stitch your rib cage together, core is nice and strong, maybe reaching for a block. One more breath, big stretch, and then inhale, we take those hands down on either side of our foot. Exhale, that right arm now reaches and twists over that right leg. Extend that arm, or maybe hand on the hip, and just encouraging that shoulder to open before extending the arm all the way. One more breath wherever you're at. Inhale, take that hand down. Exhale, you're going to tuck your back toe, lift your knee off the floor into a low lunge, step back to down dog. We'll go through this floor sequence. It's optional, so feel free to find a child's pose if you'd like. I'm going to go through it again. Inhale and exhale. Remember, your arms stay close into your body for that chaturanga, baby cobra, and then come on back to down dog or child's pose. So we're going to now try that sequence without lowering our knee to the floor. So we'll try it in a high lunge. So take one more breath where you're at. Down dog or child's pose. Next inhale, bend your knees. Next exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. Try to press your palms into the mat, or maybe your fingertips. Inhale takes us to standing, nice and tall. Palms come together, maybe a back bend there. Exhale, let's lower down. Okay, so a lot of core for the next sequence, because we're gonna do that same thing, but this time in our lunge, our high lunge. So you have the option of lowering back to the floor and sticking to a low lunge. But for the extra challenge, we're gonna stay up. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, float it down. You're gonna create a lot more heat in the body here. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale. So big step back, right leg. Big step back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hold. So again, you have the option of bringing that knee to the floor. If you want the extra challenge, stay here with me. Just lock those core muscles in place. Imagine you're holding a plank, that same feeling. We'll take those arms down. Inhale, they just gently touch our front knee. As we exhale, that right arm reaches over, making that rainbow shape. Let's do it again. Inhale and exhale. We do it one more time. Keep that back leg as straight as you can. Inhale, reach back, and then exhale your left arm. So sort of like a peaceful warrior. Take your gaze up at that hand. Ooh, this is a lot harder. You got it. One more breath. Inhale, you're gonna take those hands down on the floor or onto blocks. Exhale, reach and twist, extending that left arm up. Keep your hips nice and low. You can lower that knee to the floor if you'd like. I'm using my handy block. Reach and twist, 2 more breaths. Watch that front knee. Woo. Inhale, take that hand down. Exhale, step back. Good job, down dog. So remember, you can always use your blocks or pillows. Inhale forward to your plank. Exhale, lower. Chaturanga, baby cobra, or maybe upward facing dog, if you're ready for that, and then child's pose or down dog. All right, so we'll do that same thing on the other side, and then we'll add balance for that third and final round. So 1 more breath. I'm just getting my blocks ready. Next, inhale, you're gonna bend the knees. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump, forward fold. Inhale takes us to standing. Palms come together. Exhale, gaze up. Lower down to heart center. Same thing. Other side. When we're in our lunge, we want that back leg as straight as possible. Inhale up. Exhale, take it down. Let it go. Halfway lift on your inhale. And exhale. So big step back, left leg. So the further back you step, obviously the more challenging the lunge is. So you can always adjust that space to what works for you. It's my tighter hip. So I'm gonna bring it a little closer in. Arms up, let's hold. Now again, you wanna try and get this as straight as you can, that back leg, and you want those hips straight down. Reach those arms up, core nice and strong. And then take those hands down by your front knee. Reach that left arm up, inhale. Exhale, rainbow it back and take your gaze over that shoulder. 2 more times, inhale. And exhale. And 1 more time, inhale. And exhale, you're reaching for the back of that thigh. Right arm reaches up, peaceful warrior. Take your gaze up, big stretch here. Try to drop those hips as low as you can. 1 more breath. Inhale, cartwheel those hands down, either on your blocks or on the floor. You want your hips to stay low. Reach and twist with that right arm. Hips are low. I want to see hips lower than your shoulders here. Hold it for a couple more breaths. Remember the option, that knee can come to the floor. Reach and twist. 1 more breath, watch that front knee. And then inhale, take those hands down. Woo, exhale, step it back, good job. You can go through your sequence again. Take your time. Work on a nice child's pose. Catch your breath. We're gonna practice a little bit of balance in our third and final set. So take 2 more breaths where you're at. We'll do a quick check-in. All right, on your next inhale, you're gonna bend those knees. On your next exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale, come up to standing. Palms come together, and exhale, lower down to heart center. All right, quick check-in. How's everyone doing? We good? Thumbs up? Okay, awesome. Hips are nice and open. Oh, beautiful. We had some more people join. Excellent. Okay, so we are gonna practice tree pose for spring and hopefully better weather coming, okay? So let's actually start just right in the center of our mat. Our hips are open. We're gonna work the core. We're gonna open up our right hip first. So hands on your hips, open the right hip, and start with just the ball of the foot on the floor and bringing your ankle right by your other ankle. Okay? You wanna imagine you're zipping up a tight pair of pants, nice and tall here. Now, if you wanna practice the balance, lift your foot off the floor and just place it right above your left ankle. Now the left leg, the one that's doing all the work, you can have a small little bend in it. We want to stay lifted. Now let's bring our hands to prayer. Shoulders down, chest up. Okay, so this is pretty easy. You can slide that foot up. You can even bring it up to your thigh, anywhere but on your knee joint, okay? Since we're home, you can even get close to a wall. Maybe hold on to that for balance, right? So remember, think tall. You're growing taller. Now let's extend those branches. You're growing taller. I want you to tuck your tailbone under, engage those lower abdominals. Focus on one thing in front of you. If you fall out of it, just get right back in. We were just practicing. Now wave those branches. We had some rainstorms this week. Oh my goodness. Do that without falling over. A little bit taller. And then just hold them right here. Hold those arms up, shoulders down. Keep bringing a little bit taller, 2 more breaths. 1 more. All right, bring those hands back to prayer. And then very slowly slide that foot down. And then go ahead and shake it out. Good job. I'll have to make this harder next time. You all are doing great. Same thing, other side. Okay? So knees are soft. Open up your left hip. Open up the hip first. Start with the toes on the floor. Hands on hips, nice and tall. When you're ready, lift that foot. Place it right by your ankle. Nice and tall. Focus on one thing in front of you. Then when you're ready, you can slide it higher, anywhere but right on your knee joint, maybe on the inner thigh. And then let's bring our hands to prayer. So this is my weaker side. I'm gonna keep my foot right here. It's not just balance, but strength to hold that leg up too, right? So chest up, you're nice and tall. Hold it, hold it. Let's extend those arms. Tuck your tailbone. Beautiful. Maybe wave your branches if you all look good. Keep going. Try to bring this up. Nope. Then hold those arms up. Imagine yourself growing a little bit taller here. Couple more breaths. Nice. Try to be as still as you can. 1 more. And then bring those hands back to prayer. And then very slowly bring that foot back down. Shake it out. Ooh, good job. Let's stay standing here just for a moment. Great job. Inhale, let's reach those arms up. As you exhale, I want you to interlace your fingers. Take your thumb and your pointer finger together. And then take 1 more breath. Inhale. Glue your arms to your ears. Exhale, reach over to the right. So you can imagine someone sort of punching into your side here. Extend those arms. Hold this here, a couple breaths. We'll do the same thing on the floor in a couple of minutes. Imagine you're making a crescent moon shape with your body. Now push into your left foot. Can you find an extra inch of space? Core nice and strong, so slowly come back up to the center. Pull those abs in just a little bit, inhale. Exhale over to the other side. Woo! And our arms are going to feel this. Hold this for a couple breaths. If you can, arms to your ears, or you can bend those elbows slightly. Now push into your right foot. Find an extra inch of space. If someone's pushing into your side, 1 more breath. And then inhale back to center. Woo, and then exhale. Bring those arms down. 2 shoulder rolls here, up and down. 1 more before we bring it back down to the floor. All right, excellent. Let's come to the back of our mat, actually. And then just 1 vertebrae at a time, we're just gonna slowly roll all the way down, walk out to a plank, walk back up, and we'll do it 1 more time. So start with your chin. Bring your chin to your chest, roll your shoulders forward, start to bend at your waist, start to bend at your hips, arms are heavy, knees bent, hands reach the floor, walk out to a plank. We're gonna hold this plank for 8 breaths. So it can be a supported plank, maybe 1 knee or both knees on the floor, or a full plank. Gaze in front of your fingers, hold it for 4, tuck that tailbone, 3, legs are straight, 2, and 1. Inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Take an exhale, slowly roll up, your head comes up last. Stacking the vertebrae 1 at a time. We're gonna do it 1 more time. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, release, tuck the chin. Roll the shoulders. Bending at the waist, arms are heavy like a rag doll. Bend at the hips, the knees. Inhale, hands reach the floor. Exhale, find your plank. 8 breaths. Hold it right here for 8, 7, 6. Glue your inner thighs together. 5, 4. Tuck your tailbone. 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, drop the chest. Chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, press back to child's pose. And relax. Let that head relax in between the arms. Maybe shift your weight from side to side here. All right, slowly walk those hands up. One last thing for our core. You're gonna swing those legs around. We're gonna find that boat pose. You find that your hip flexors are tight. You're gonna grab your block or your pillow, and you're gonna squeeze that between your knees. So boat pose. We're gonna take those hands underneath our knees and lean back just a little bit. I still want your chest open. And then when you're ready, you're gonna lift your feet off the floor. If you have a block or a pillow, go ahead and squeeze it. It's gonna keep your focus on your core muscles. So your hip flexors turn off. A little bit more challenging. Reach those arms now away, just by your side. Not holding on to your knees anymore. Keep your chest up. Ooh, I feel the shake. A little harder if you want. These are all optional layers. Extend your legs straight up. Oh my goodness. Even harder. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Knees to chest. Maybe try a couple more of those. Just optional. Woo. You got to really tuck those abs in. Draw that navel to your spine. You don't want to feel just the low back. Couple more breaths. Maybe you stay right here. Keep squeezing that block or pillow. We've got 4. Chest up. 3, 2, and 1. Feet down. Lean forward. Ooh, let's find a butterfly stretch. Great job, everybody. Soles of the feet together. You can even sit on that block. Open up the hips a little more if you'd like. Knees out to the side. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Push your chest forward. Imagine your hips being pulled back behind you. And you want to bring your chest down to your feet rather than your nose or your chin. Still want your shoulders down while we're doing the stretch. Maybe use your arms to push those knees down. Let's take 2 more breaths here. 1 more. All right, let's slowly bring those knees up. So we're gonna do another spinal twist here. Legs shake out. You're gonna bring your right knee into your chest. Go ahead and place it over your other leg. We're gonna twist over our right shoulder. Now, if you want a little more stretch for your hips, then your bottom leg with it. And then look over that right shoulder. You can use your elbow, your hand to gently press. Imagine that piece of string on top of the head again, lifting you up a little taller. So find length in your spine and then add a little twist. Come back to the center, stay right here. If you want that extra stretch for your hips, you're gonna reach for your ankles, pull them in towards you, and just lower your chest to your thigh. Now, if it does not feel good on the knee, you can still do that stretch right here. Just lower your chest to your thigh, little forward fold. You don't have to go all the way down. Little goes a long way with this stretch. Then slowly come up, come out of it, shake the legs, other side. And again, do what feels good for you, okay? Left leg. Maybe you bend the bottom leg, maybe you don't. Look over your left shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. Finding that length. Every exhale, find a little more space in the body. And then slowly come back to the center. Again, the optional stretch here, you can hold on to those ankles and just gently lean forward. I'm gonna do it with my leg out. Side's just a little bit tighter. Just leaning or stretching. Here for one more breath. Chest to your thigh, and then slowly come out of that and shake it out. Woo, good job. Let's come down into our back. We are almost done. So we did windshield wipers 2 different ways. We're gonna do it a 3rd way. The way that we usually do them, you're on your back, your feet are under your knees. Go ahead and just drop them from side to side. Extend your arms overhead and just allow those shoulders to open as you're doing this. Hips move on and off the mat with this. Again, just releasing tension in that lower back, drop side to side. Let's do one more on each side. And then you're gonna give yourself a big hug, bring those knees into your chest, rock side to side, circle your ankles and wiggle your toes here. Final spinal twist, you're gonna drop those knees to the left, maybe resting on a block or pillow. Extend your arms out, look over that right shoulder. Spinal twist. Very slowly bring your legs back to the center. Be gentle. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop the legs, the knees over to your right side this time. Again, if you don't touch the floor, use your block or your pillow. Extend your arms out, look over your left shoulder. Turn the head all the way. Feel that stretch all the way from your hips up to your shoulders, down to your fingertips. And then very slowly back to the center. Inhale, exhale, extend your legs and your arms. We're gonna do that Crescent Moon shape with our bodies again on the floor. So arms all the way overhead. You're gonna walk your feet to the right as far as you can. Just sort of walk them over. You're keeping your back of the body on the mat. And then go ahead and look to your right and move your arms to the right. So more of like the letter C. Make the letter C with your body. Feel a huge stretch in that left side. Hold it for one more breath. And then inhale, walk those feet back to the center, shift your arms, and now we go to the left. Walk the feet over as far as they'll go. Arms move to the left, look to the left, make that letter C and hold it. One more breath. And then slowly back to the center. Draw the knees into the chest. We're gonna finish with happy baby. Great stretch for the spine. Knees up. You're gonna reach inside for your feet, your toes. Extend those legs up and rock side to side. Sort of giving your back a little massage here. Keep your head down. Maybe a straddle feels good. One more breath. And then very slowly bring the feet back onto the floor. And we're going to end in our Shavasana pose, any relaxing pose. So maybe it's a supported bridge. Place your pillow or your block underneath those hips if you want to open them up just a little bit more. Maybe a traditional corpse pose is what you like. Arms down by your side, palms up, legs extended. Maybe you want to find that child's pose again. Whatever your body needs this morning. But wherever you're at, close your eyes. Start to just focus on your breathing. Allow your body to start to calm down again. Slowly bringing awareness back to your muscles, noticing how they're feeling. And slowly begin to circle your wrists and your ankles. Move your head from right to left, nice and slow. Gently start to pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Gently rock side to side. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Let it all go. Gently moving your way over to one side so that you can press yourself up to a seated position. Anything that's comfortable. This is where we will end the class this morning. So we'll take a nice inhale, reach the arms up. On your exhale, bring your palms together, lower down to heart center. We'll close our eyes and say namaste to one another. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. I know it was a little more stretch and low intensity focus. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you are ready to take on the rest of your day. Happy Friday. Have a good day.